everyone. It is Self-Care Sunday, Self-Care Edition. How are you tonight? What are you grateful for this Sunday night? Tell me about it. Tell me about what's going on in your world and what you are grateful for. That is what I want to know. Oops, I hit the wrong button here. Boom. Uh, Beautiful. What's going on, people? What's going on? Tell me about your day. That is what we want to know. Hey, Carrie and Kitty. Great to have you here live tonight. Great to have you here live. It is good to be here. I hope you're all having a great Sunday. I hope you had a great Sunday tonight or today. I've lost track of days. I've lost track of days. Gary, Cassandra tells me I made it too hot in Florida. I said, get rid of the cold. And she says, now it's hot in Florida. That's what I hear. I hear it's hot there. Cool it off a tiny bit from when I'm there in a couple of weeks. Cool it off just a little bit. I'll be in Florida in a couple of weeks. Lost track of days, but my travel's about to kick into gear. More cooler tomorrow. Okay, that's good. Hey, Mary Ann. At least one of the Evanses is working today. I mean, it looked like somebody's sleeping on the job in that Ashley recliner. Poor Zach. Hope little Missy's doing well. No, the ribbon cutting was amazing. I was going to talk a little bit about that. Let me get started here. Let's get started because I know you guys want to know about that. Let's stay positive tonight with the Stay Positive book. Tonight we're on page 208. 208. Culture is not static, it's dynamic. You can change it by what you say, you can elevate it by what you think, you can improve it by what you share, you can transform it by what you do. You can work to create a positive culture right now. Yes. Hey, Kelly, how are you? How are things in Arizona? Look at all you people showing up live tonight. I hope all is well in Arizona. I mean, New Mexico. I don't know why I said Arizona. Wake myself up. It's been a crazy weekend. So the ribbon cutting and re-celebration was amazing. We had a great turnout. I was listening to something earlier, and they were talking about Arizona and people in Arizona. I don't know why that was on my mind. But ribbon cutting turnout was great. We actually had a tremendous legislative turnout, which was really good. You know, I do a lot of advocacy, small business advocacy. Uh, the food looked good. I got a bag of chips today, Kitty. I can't tell you about what there was. It did look amazing. The chamber. We had been to a ribbon cutting for another place earlier in the month, and you know, I know everybody talks about the food, and Cassandra did good. Everybody was raving about the food. Um, and I stayed in a good spot out of it. Just you know, she's like, Sandra's like, you're not going to like the price of all this. It gets you what you want, and everybody was very impressed with it. But the we had a tremendous legislative response, which was very humbling and good. We had the state representative, the state senator, the mayor, the congressman's office. We had all these people there. So local, state, federal level We had the State Retail Association showed up. Um, we had all these people showed up. We had the local access television station showed up. The newspaper showed up. So I mean, it really was a very impressive crowd. We had a lot of the contractors show up that worked on the place, because I we invited them as well, and so that was very impressive, very humbling. Um, because I mean, the reality is a lot of ribbon cuttings, they're good PR, but ultimately they're refrigerator pictures for your mother's refrigerator. I mean, if you've never had a ribbon cutting, most people think build it up in their head, and it is good PR and it is good to do, and that's why I show up at other ribbon cuttings when I'm able to. But the reality is they're not this big. Tons of people show up, and we had tons of people. We had the parking lot was full, and there were lots of people there, and it really was. So it was a celebration, and so you probably saw some of the ads of us calling it a re-celebration all weekend. Come celebrate our ribbon cutting and re-celebration. And one of the things we did with this is we made it uh, a promotion. Yes, it was great for the contractors because people were amazed at what we transformed in that place and how quickly we did it. But I made it about, and there'll be a couple of things because I want you to be able to see this. So when the video's available from the local access television, I'll post it, and the newspaper, because it was really about community. It was about a community coming together for a store becomes the center of the community and becomes the window on your community. A resale store is a window on your community. When you look in our stores, okay, wherever your store is, in Arizona, New Mexico, or Leominster, Massachusetts, okay, when you look in that store, you are looking in that community and you are connecting with that community. And it is community what make that store. And I use that term a lot, okay, in talking about it and talking with the press about it and talking with everybody, because that's what made it happen. That's what made the store happen in 34 days. Okay. The entire thing was about that. And so, most people, when they're having a grand opening or they're having that, you have a sale. You can promote your business without having a sale. You can give promotion. Okay, so we had food all weekend. Great. Okay, we had free gift with purchase. Do you know what the free gift was? Did any of you? I don't know if we showed in any of the things what the free gift, but I have one of the free gifts right here. Right here. Okay, let me see if I can get this so you can see it in the thing. Okay, thanks a chocolate. Okay, it was so sweet of you to come to our re-celebration. On the back, it says, our business would not be a success if it wasn't for our customers. Okay, that is what it says on the back. This is the front. Yes, chocolate. Okay, Hershey bars. Okay, Hershey bars wrapped in a custom wrapper. Okay, that was your free gift with purchase. Okay, no discount off, no sale, no sale. Okay, I gave no margin this weekend. I gave no margin. We bought food. We had food all weekend. Okay, and I don't know how many parking spaces I have, but I have a lot. But at one point today, they were filled from one end of the plaza to the other with customers either consigning or shopping, which was great. Okay. Um, Everyone loves chocolate. So low cost. I mean, even though chocolate bars are expensive relative to, what I sold these for in my father's pharmacy. Okay, chocolate bars are expensive versus what they were today. Okay, but low cost, high impact. Okay, People loved this. They talked about it. They came in, their friends told them about it. Okay. Low cost, high impact. Okay. No margin, no 10% off, no 20% off, no, you know, no the wheel to save, no nothing, no margin, full margin all weekend, full margin all weekend, no sale. But people came in because of it. Okay. People came in because of it. Okay. And we by hearing all the politicians during their talks talk about a celebration, you know, part of it was really funny. It was getting this term across and getting people on board with it. But it wasn't about give them food. Come, yes, they will, and so simple but not simplistic. Simple but not simplistic. Okay. And yeah, we made it easier on our team. We had catered food on Friday. Um, and we had, we supplemented the catered food with other things like bags of chips and stuff. So there was plenty of whatever all weekend. Hey, we are broadcast. Cassandra hopped on for a second. We are broadcasting on both Facebook and uh, YouTube. If you have any problems with Facebook, hop right on over to YouTube. Yeah, I mean, because it went so well. Cassandra, what do you do when you have a great success? You go to Disney World, and that's where you can find Cassandra. Hello, man. Hearts out to you. You've had a roller coaster of a day, but I'm glad all is well. Thumbs up to you. Um, but yes, it went well, but it was planned. Okay, it was planned and executed, and it will be recapped because we're planning a big fall event, and a lot of the lessons learned on this, okay, will be used in that anniversary party this fall. So we will do all of that. So the recap from this will entail all of that and what worked and what didn't. I mean, and just some internal things of stuff of just flow. I mean, part of what we're getting used to in this new building is just normal stuff that you get used to when you're in a new space. It's like you knew where the staples were or the receipt paper was in the old building, and just little things. It's like, where are those here? Where's the refill? Where's the refill? And you know, so it was very good. So I'm glad to share that, and but it was all that planning. All the planning is what got those people there, got all those people there, created all that excitement. Um, I mean, it's funny because our landlord for that plaza was like overwhelmed with just everything that was going on. Him and his wife were just like, wow, by it. But it was all planning. And if you plan it, you can make it happen. And that is the key to the success. That is the key to what made that happen. So I wanted to talk about two other things tonight, and they're J.C. Penney and Starbucks. So I'm going to start with J.C. Penney, okay, and then I'm going to go into Starbucks and what they're doing because it matters. It matters. Okay. J.C. Penney, current CEO, is going back to the basics. Okay, what does that mean? It's meeting shopper demand, encouraging existing customers to spend more by offering the right mix of popular brands and private label lines. Um, they're seeing an uptick in the frequency of customer visits for the first time in 5 years. So it's about focusing on the fundamentals of your store. Why do people shop with you? Why do you matter? Okay. Why does J.C. Penney matter? But really, the lesson I'm trying to teach you with this is, why do you matter? It's not about doing new and fancy things. It's not about discounting. It's not about that. Okay. It's not about having the coupon. Okay. It is about doing your core needs, serving your customers. It is about serving your customers, meeting them where they are. Okay, meeting their customers where they are and serving them. Okay, serving them and serving their expectations. Okay, not what you think their expectations are, but actually serving their expectations and understanding their expectations. Okay, what they expect from JCPenney, the quality they expect from JCPenney, the service they expect, the availability of product that they expect. Okay, what they expect to find in stores. Okay, 5 years ago, 2018. So they're going back and seeing traffic levels better than 2018 in stores, and in all stores, a department store. Okay, which those are like the dinosaurs of retail. Okay, so that they are doing it. So if you are not seeing traffic in your stores, okay, get back to the basics. Okay, get back. Don't worry about trying to keep up with the Joneses. Okay, don't keeping up with the Joneses is not where it is at. Okay, doing the latest new gimmick is not where it is at. I mean, chocolate people, chocolate, okay, but simple but not simplistic. Okay, not snazzy videos. Okay, not oh, top guerrilla marketing. The basic needs of not all the new items you need to serve, but the basic items that your customers want. Okay, I mean, 2018 is pre pandemic. Okay, that is like way pre pandemic, and I mean, in the life of what we've been through the last few years, that is way pre pandemic. So if you can meet your customers' needs, they will show up. And that is what JC Penney is saying. Okay. Meet their needs, offer them a good product for a good value. Okay. That meets their needs, and they will come and they will come back. That simple. Okay. Um, that simple. And you can have that moving forward. You can have that. And I really like that, because so often we're always chasing the next thing, and especially in this Instagram world. Okay, we're always chasing something else because, well, look, they're making a gazillion dollars. Okay, and Instagram is body shaming or business shaming. Okay, when you look at another store on Instagram, it is business shaming. Okay, so often I am hearing it's just like body shaming. Okay, am I fat? Am I skinny? Am I whatever, but I'm not good enough. Okay, I can tell you that you are good enough. Okay, but stick to your basics. Worry about what you do well, and that is the message from J.C. Penney. I love J.C. Penney's message, but I love it saddled next to Starbucks message right now. Starbucks has a new CEO. Okay, Howard Schultz, the turned over the reins to a new CEO this week, and I'm not even going to try to screw up saying his name. Besides the fact that I didn't even write it down. CEO dude. Some guy that's the CEO who's not an old white guy. Okay, but he's the CEO. The old white guy's out. Um, One of the things that I say with big companies, and I say it across departments with big companies. Okay, I could even walk into a bank and say it. Okay, the person in IT who designed this has never sat at the teller window, so he doesn't know these many keystrokes. Okay, he doesn't know what it takes to actually ring out a customer. Okay, the same with whoever your software company is, Praxia, Resale World, Computer Peeps, Consign Pro, whatever. Okay, if they haven't been in a store doing it, okay, they don't know what they're designing for or doing. And the CEO of Starbucks actually acknowledged that. Okay, acknowledged something I've said for a long time. You got to periodically do this. Even I did this in one, not in my store. Well, Friday afternoon, I stopped it in clothing stores, and my manager was like, "Wow, I wish I could have." She was just looking around the store of the staff she had there right now. At the time I was there, and she said, "I really wish I could have my staff meeting right now. I've had such a problem scheduling, and I wish I could have it right now. Everybody's here that I wish I could have this with, that I need to have this with. I wish I could have it right now." And I'm like, "Well, I'm here. I can cover the store. I know how to ring the register. I can do this." To which I heard from some of the staff, "No, I can do this." And I'm like, "No, go have your staff meeting." But the CEO of Starbucks has committed, the new CEO, as one of his tenants, has committed to work in a store. The CEO of Starbucks will work in a store 4 hours a month. 4 hours a month, the CEO of Starbucks will work in a store. Okay. And not only will the CEO of Starbucks work in a store for 4 hours a month, he's making all upper management do the same thing. Okay. The store will not be the same. Okay. It will rotate. It'll be in different places around the country and everything else. But they are making him and senior management, he is making that a tenet that you will all work in a real store because that's where the register is, people. Okay. That is where the register is for your business. It's important to understand what your frontline people are doing, what they are facing, what the policies that you make, okay, what it takes to implement them. I agree with you. It may slow order fulfillment. It is undercover boss, but look at why people do undercover boss. I mean, undercover boss has gotten a little wonky with it and everything else, but they need to understand. And I use Starbucks as an example all the time of efficiency. I use Starbucks as a learning example for you and your stores. Okay, do your workstations function like a Starbucks workstation? Okay, it is incredibly important, and they should. Okay, you need them to perform like a Starbucks workstation. But yes, it is undercover bot, but you don't understand if you haven't sat in their shoes. Okay, how can you say this should be over here versus over there? How can you say what it's like? Okay, when you get closer to your customers, okay, not only to your employees, but to your customers periodically. Not that that should be the main place that you are, okay, because you need to be seeing what's next. Okay, you need to be seeing the next 5 things that your company is going to be doing. But you need to understand how these things implement. So I give kudos to the new CEO of Starbucks, and if I were him, I'd be practicing drink making in one of their in their corporate lab before I got into a store. I wouldn't want to look completely stupid. I may not know every double fat, no fat, triple skinny, extra shot latte. Shoot, I got enough problems ordering Angie's drink. I got enough problem ordering Angie's drink. And when April's with us, I'm really okay. I got to get this and I got to get that, and I mean, I'm in trouble, and I just want a large black coffee. Okay, I get myself in trouble, but I would be practicing. I mean, I'm already practicing. I'm going to be with Angie in a couple of weeks, and I'm like, okay, I got to get a caramel mocha hot with an extra shot, unless there's a special flavor out. Because like at Christmas, oh my, peppermint is in. Okay, and that changes the whole drink dramatically. Travel with Angie. That's tough. Okay, that's tough. I'd be in real trouble. I if I were had to work behind the counter to Starbucks, but I've studied the systemization of it, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the underlying of what they're trying to do. it will be interesting to see how Starbucks takes that knowledge, takes what they learned from working the front lines back to the corporate office. Okay. Because, I've worked with lots of the retail software guys. And when you take keystrokes back, and they're like, well, it's only one enter. But if the store does 200 items a day, it's 200 enters. Okay. And when you sit and explain it to a guy who just looks at a computer screen all day and code stuff, and explain it to them in that way, then you start to get changes. So I'm hopeful that this starts to function. This helps Starbucks become a higher performing company with that knowledge. And even the time I've spent in my store, I've spent more time in my stores in the last 45 days than I have in the last couple of years. I fully admit that. But that's not my job. My job is to help the growth of the company. Right. I would want to experience everyday obstacle. Like nobody, in general, I don't announce if I'm coming to a store. In general, they don't know that I'm coming. The staff today didn't know that I was coming to help. Okay, when I came to the store today, uh, automatic capital is right. First letter capitalization. I'm right there with you today. It is these keystrokes because hitting the shift key, that's an extra keystroke. And especially the way typing is not taught these days. So to your point, Kitty, typing is not taught. I had Mrs. Christie. Mrs. Christie, oh my God. She would whack me. You would have thought I went to a Catholic school the way I got whacked. Back in the day, the corporal punishment, and she would do it behind the net. She would come out of nowhere and just whack me. I mean, today I could have her arrested for that. But and yeah, CVS is awful. I tried to get Cassandra before she away, gave me a comparative. Usually I won't deal with CVS because it's so frustrating. So to your husband's point, Cassandra does extremely well. It plays all their coupons and your extra bucks and does all that and goes through all these gyrations of your manufacturer's coupon, your CVS coupon, your extra bucks, and all that. And they drive me nuts. Okay, they absolutely drive me nuts there. But she, had this super coupon for Claritin, so she's like, "You need to do it this weekend because it expires this weekend." And I tried to do it yesterday, and I went, and all of them were closed. Even the 24-hour CVS, the pharmacy department was already closed. So I'm just like, really? But I put myself through it and did it this morning. But you know, yes, you need to be able to serve your customer, and people want to see people. People want to see people. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, we do things from a service perspective that I wish we didn't have to, but at the cost of labor. Like we have a bell. We stepped away from the counter for a moment because I can't have somebody there all day long, and so we have a bell that rings. We have somebody assigned to answer that bell, but if they have to step away, um, I mean, obviously during very busy times, there's somebody that doesn't step away, but you have to do these things to meet the needs of your customer. You have to adapt and you have to meet the needs of your customer. So I'll be curious to see where that goes with Starbucks, but thank you, April. Now they can use the gong. Now they can use the gong. But bum, you got me there. Yes, I wish they couldn't. We've sold the mini gong. We had a small tabletop gong, and then a few days later, we got the big gong, and we have not sold the big gong yet. We have not. We have not sold that yet. Suggested we use it, to announce that we were really open, as part of the ribbon cutting, and I was told I was being mean. because I've picked on our manager since accepting that. But she loves the Gong Show, so she just thinks it's really neat, and people do talk about it. People like it. I had there was a family in there today, and the son and everything looking at it. Can I see look at the Gong? I'm like, you can look at it, you just can't touch it because that little boy that not so little boy, he wanted to hit the Gong. So maybe we need a gong at Starbucks to let them know your coffee is ready. Your order is ready. So you know, there you go, people. There you go. You know what else you go with? This video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone getting this for. Where you can like, comment, realize, and oh yes, you can ring the bell. Ring it. So they know when another one drops. You can also share it with everybody you know in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody grow a better business and take it to the next level. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at more 8th and ish. Sunday and Wednesday at more 8th and ish. But if you need me in between, just email me, Neil, Neil, at nextlevelresale.com, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. We start the book every night with the Stay Positive book. Stay positive, people. Tonight we're on page 208. Culture is not static, it's dynamic. You can change it by what you say. You can elevate it by what you think. You can improve it by what you share. You can transform it by what you do. You can work to create a positive culture right now. A thought's power only comes from the power you give it. You don't have to give your negative thoughts power. You can ignore them. You can see them for what they truly are. Lies, lies, lies. Just because you have a negative thought doesn't mean you have to believe it. Screw that. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah. We'll party again. Yes, we will. Before you know it, I can tell. But until then, until Wednesday night at more 8th and ish, make it a great week, people. Make it a great week. Last week of March. Till then, know that you, but most important, you, yes, you're not alone running the store. Have a great night, everybody else.